How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to change spark plugs and coil packs on a 5.4 Ford engine. Things you're going to need: a ratchet, a couple of extensions, and 5/8 spark plug socket, a 7mm socket, and then a 7mm wrench. First thing you're going to do, take off your air intake. I've already done that. Goes from here to here. I've already taken that off. If you don't know how to take that off, it might be better off. You don't need to mess with any of this. I've already did the first plug. That's one of the easy ones. I don't know if you can see down in there. Well, there's the bolt. I've already got it. It's already ready to go. You unplug it. I don't know why you can't see that. You unplug it right there. Pull your old one out. Put your new one in. Spark plug will be underneath this thing. Underneath this coil pack. You need to take that bolt out. I kind of said they're reversed, but I'll show you in a minute. That's the coil pack to come out of it. And there is the very crappy spark plug. I'm hoping it's just dirt around it and not inside the piston. If it's inside the piston, I'm in trouble. It's a bad engine probably. Alright, this is becoming a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. It's pretty nasty under here. So I'm just going to do this one real quick. You stick your spark plug in there and you just snug it up. Put your ratchet on. You just make it snug. These engines are bad about blowing them out. And you got to get you a spark plug kit. And put some of that anti-seize around the boot there. Right around that boot. That way when you go to change your plugs again, you don't have to worry about ripping that boot off. And then you just pop it back on down in there. You're too old for this, I guess. Sorry for the heavy breathing. Take your 7mm bolt. Another thing I like about the XLs, it gives your engine a little bit of color back in it. It's pretty hard doing one-handed. I think next time I decide to do something like this, I'll get me a cameraman. You want to make sure you don't tighten down on these too tight, because if you do, you'll snap off the area where the bolt goes for the coil pack. You hear a noise like that, that means it's getting too tight. And you just want to plug it back up. Make sure they snap real good, otherwise it won't be firing right. This next one is the one you're gonna need the wrench for, right here, because you got this fuel regulator or whatever it is in the way, and you won't be able to get a socket to it. So you're gonna want to take your wrench and put on that bolt. It's gonna take a little bit longer than expected, but at least you'll be able to do it. If you go to the Ford garage, they're gonna try to charge you like $400 and something for this job, which is ridiculous for changing spark plugs and coil packs. But anyway, I'll cut it back on in a minute. This is the one I said you're going to need the wrench for. I think you actually need the wrench for the back too as well. As you can see, I don't have a lot of room to actually turn it. But it sure does beat paying $400 and something for a spark plug change. Ford can keep that, that's for sure. Might be able to get it in my hand now, let's see. Well, my hand might be a little bit too big to do that. Maybe not. Well, I'm going to put you guys down for a minute so I can get this out, and then we'll move on. Alright, this is what just happened. I couldn't get that plug out that I had to put the wrench on. I don't have a magnet. I don't have one of them sockets that's got the whatever you call it, that'll make it to where the plug will stick in there. So I vacuumed it out. I didn't think it was going to work. It freaked me out. I thought I was going to have to go buy that socket. It worked. I'm going to keep that in mind for next time. Yes. Alright, this is the very last one on this side. This is the driver's side, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't mention that first. But I'm not going to show a whole lot on this one because it's pretty much the same as the other one. I'm going to use a wrench again. I might be able to get a socket on that one, but it'd just be easier to use this ratchet wrench, and I could probably get more turns out of the ratchet wrench. And that'll be it for this side. Then we'll go on to the next side. The next side will be a little bit more difficult because the back two, we're going to have a bunch of wires and stuff in the way, so we're going to have to figure out a way to move that out of the way. Alright, I'll get back with y'all in a second. This is why I say put the anti-seize on the boot, because I knew it was going to happen to one of them. Try to pull them off and it just breaks. Then you got to spend an hour trying to fight it or whatever. Might not be an hour, but more time than you want to spend fighting it. Alright, I've already done the first one on the passenger side. The first one on both sides is real easy. You don't have to worry about anything pretty much. It'll come right out. Also, if you have any trouble of getting the spark plug out, you can also put grease inside your socket. And when you slam it down in there, it gets stuck in there. That'll save you from buying that expensive socket also. I'm on the second one now. I've already got the coil off. All I got to do is take the spark plug out, and we'll be on to the third one. This is what I was talking about when I was saying there's a lot of stuff in the way on the passenger side. Hopefully it won't be that much of a pain in the butt. We'll see. I'm on that third one now. I had to move this out of the way a little bit. It's one of them vacuum lines for the valve cover. I just unhooked it. I had to shorten my extension. I don't know why it's so blurry. I had to shorten my extension a little bit to get under there. And then yet again, I had it break on me. So now I'm going to have to take my needle nose and fish out the boot on it. And then we'll be on to the fourth one. This is what I was talking about with the grease and the socket. Hard to do it one hand. It creates that suction. I don't know if you can hear that, probably too quiet, but anyway, that's the last one. It's way back in there. It was a pain in the butt to get to. That's me sticking my hand through there. I had to do that to hold the socket. Also had to use a swivel on that last one. Well, anyway, that's probably the hardest one, that very last one. And I hope y'all got some good information out of this. Maybe next time I'll be able to have a cameraman and he'll help me out and get some better angles and stuff. But until next time, keep on working on your own stuff and save some money. See you later.